Okay, this will be an interesting one. Challenging, I must say. Don't know if this is going to look any good. It's one of these types of originals that typically doesn't look that good, no matter what you do to it. So let's see if we can make it look good somehow. Somehow. So now we're just going to punch up the contrast, the copy density. We're not going all the way light with this one. Don't know how we're going to make this one look, if we can make it look good. It's like one of them, what I'd call a dud original. It's just not suitable. But anyway, it is. It's a fast ferry timetable. I found this on the ground in the city. Circular Quay to Manly. Manly to Circular Quay. I think I've been on these fast ferries before when the normal ferries break down and they just have nothing else, so they put on a fast ferry, and they're quite interesting to ride on. I know what's happened. I think I forgot to set the paper tray to manual. See, it says auto. That's what happens. When you combine it with enlarge, it won't work. So this is an example of what could happen in an office, especially if someone's ignorant of how photocopiers behave. And even I get caught out. So it's not an easy kind of thing to learn. Photocopiers are really difficult. And of course, if you read the manual, you might get a good idea, but I can't learn by theory. I learn by play, but I'm sure a normal person would go mad when it comes to trying to get a photocopier to do what they want it to do. But that looks quite interesting. You see all the breakup of colours. Wondering if this is going to be the one we use as our master copy for our mirror image. So I'm just going to keep playing with this to make sure I don't lose my settings. And we're just going to throw this on the pile there. And you can see the colours, the black and white is broken up into colours, which is quite attractive. It's not going to be the greatest demo. I'm wondering if we're going to do anything more with it. If we're going to try and do some more interesting tweaks, but I think that's going to be the centre of the job, to be quite honest. So we're going to just have to enlarge it a bit, or do we? I'm trying to think. We're going to make it, I think it's going to be a negative image. I think a negative image might make this look a lot better. So I'm just lining up overlaps, and we're just going to go here, just going to go there. Come on, Konica, respond. Okay, we're going to go 104 by 104. And we're just going to go in here. Come on. Going to make it into a negative. And I think we're going to add a background colour to make this more interesting. So going to add, don't know if this is going to work. Going to cancel it. We're not going to bother with background colour for this. Now this has got to be altered. So now the copy density has to go dark. Contrast. Just going to see how that goes. It's not going to be the greatest demo. I really wish I could maybe enlarge the numbers to show the colours more prominently. Well, let's see how this works. It's probably going to curl like buggery, this one. So let's see how our negative version looks. I think I like the negative version, even though we've got lots of white. But we want the white here to go with all the colours. So we're now going to just seeing if this border is too thick. I think it's okay. So that's our first piece of this timetable. So maybe this is not such a bad original after all now. I don't travel on the Manly Ferry anymore. I used to. I used to go there to work many years ago. Used to go there and catch the ferry in the morning. Used to be quite scary when the waves start to pound. If you've ever been on a Manly Ferry in the middle after a thunderstorm or during a thunderstorm or rain or whatever, inclement weather where there's a lot of wind, I think it's mainly wind, well, it's pretty scary shit. But what would be more scary is riding a fucking fast ferry, which is that timetable belongs to. I don't think fast ferries run anywhere near as frequent as normal ferries. But I'm a disability pensioner, so I don't. My disability pension ticket card doesn't normally cater for using the fast ferry. As I said, I've used the fast ferry in cases where the normal ferry broke down or something, or there was an interruption to the service, then that there were no normal ferries available. So occasionally I'd get a free ride or a ride at the same price. I think it's a free ride when your ferry breaks down and you have to ride a fast ferry as a substitute. And it's really quite an interesting ride, and I think it would be really hair-raising if the water was really rough, especially on one of those. But anyway, this is looking a bit curly as I anticipated it probably would, but let's see how that looks. Well, that's quite a nice little pattern. I think we can call that quits. I think that's not too foul. Gotta go.